Hey, what's cracking? Hope this video finds you doing well. Thank you for clicking on my video. I appreciate it, man. If you haven't never clicked on my video before, my name is Ricky Dye, and I went to prison in Oklahoma when I was 15 years old for murder. And I was there for 20 and a half years. All the roughest places, all medium and maximum security. And if I were granted one wish, man, I would go back and change about 5 seconds in my life, and none of that would have ever happened. I wish that I could change what happened, that I wouldn't be able to tell you these stories. But I can't change that. So I tell you these stories. I share my experiences with you in hopes that you, my friend, never have to. I try to make the stories exciting, but in no way was it good to be me, or do I try to give you the idea that prison is exciting or fun, because it's not in any way. And I hope that you will listen to my stories. And if you think your life is rough, I hope that by the end of the video, you realize that your life isn't quite as bad as maybe what you think that it is. I'm going to jump right back into my story today. A lot of people like to hear the stories more than they like to hear what they call the preaching. So I got some shout outs to do. I want to tell you why I haven't made a video in a while, but I'm going to do that at the end of the story so I can give you the story first for those who are just here for that. Everything has just calmed back down. If you've been keeping up with my stories, if you haven't been watching my stories and this is your first time, I didn't know where to start at with my story about 20 years in prison. So I decided I would just start at the beginning. So if you'll go back and watch them from the first, in the first 5 videos, the sound is bad because I didn't have the right equipment. But a subscriber fixed the sound. If you'll look on through there, there's a duplicate of those first 5 videos with good sound. And after that, they kind of pick up. In the first few videos, I didn't know what to talk about. I was nervous, but I got better as I went along. I hope that that is how you'll see it. So if you'll watch them from the beginning in a row, they're like a series, you'll enjoy them most. If you've been keeping up, I'm in Hinton prison right now, and I did a total of 8 years at Hinton. And it's mostly an indoor prison. There is a way that you can go outside on the yard, but for all intents and purposes, it's an inside prison. Everyone there that's white is, you can see through them. They are pale as a ghost, because very little do you go out on the yard. Everything is mostly your day room or down a long hallway to the chow hall or medical, to the gym. You're in the gym a lot. You get a very little time outside in the rec yard, so most people don't have a tan. But I've just had a big deal happen with a guy named Bill they put in the cell with me, and had me in the wreck with the Aryans, had me in the wreck with the Muslims, you name it. And now things have settled down a bit, and I've went and got a job in the kitchen. I get a job in the kitchen there for a little while, and there's an old man running the kitchen. Now, the guy that runs the kitchen, they hire him to come in, just like they'd hire a guy to come in the school and run the kitchen. His job is to order the food, to plan the meals, to make the menu, to save the place money. And if they can save X amount of money per quarter, they get a bonus on their check. So they're always trying to save money. But they got an older guy there, and he's really just about getting his check, not trying to get the bonus, and he's trying to do everybody right. He's trying to get the best guys as cooks, people who know how to cook, that have went to VOTEC for it, because there's a lot of guys on the yard that are good cooks, good bakers, but they don't want to work in the kitchen. But this guy's went around and approached them. Hey, man, I'll help you get on the highest level so you can get a good gang pay. If you can get up to a level 5 gang pay, instead of getting $12 a month, you can get close to 40. If you're a specialty baker or a specialty cook, you can get bonuses for that. And I'm working up there, and at the time, I was just trying to get level 2 so I could go to visit. If you don't have a job, you stay on level 1, you can't go visit your family. I need to be able to go visit. I'm visiting this girl, heavyset girl. It was a girl I thought was my wife's cousin at the time. If you haven't been watching the stories, you're kind of lost there, but it's a heavyset girl named Betty, and she is ugly as a bullfrog. But I'm going to visit her because she's bringing my weed and stuff up there for me. She's hiding it in a trash can in the visitor's bathroom, and I'm having someone else go in there and get it and sneak it back for me. So I'm breaking the law. I'm trying to get weed in all the time, because when you do that, it makes you the man in prison. Just like it is if you're a millionaire out here in the world. If you're a millionaire, money don't matter to you. You can have the car you want. You can have the girl or guy you want. Money buys you things. And in prison, it does the same thing. It gives you power. You can have people hurt. You can keep yourself protected, or sometimes you can put a target on your back. It depends on how you do it. There's guys that go in there with a lot of money, who their sole goal is to buy their way through prison. And I'll talk about that in some videos in the future. But for this video, this old man that's running the kitchen, he takes a liking to me. And he wants me to run the staff line. There's only one guy, maybe sometimes a second guy, that prepares the food for the staff. Now, they eat the same food, but it's prepared differently. It's prepared by the best cooks they have, the best staff they have, because they have visitors come through with the wardens sometimes. They will come through and eat at the staff dining line, and they want it to be more like a restaurant, something like a hospital or a cafe than a prison. They want their food to be a lot better, even though they do have the same ingredients. So it's a lot different to cook for 20 or 30 people than it is to cook a meal for 1,500 or 1,200. They've got these giant pans back there they just fill up with stuff, and that's for the population. But whenever you're just cooking for a few, you got a smaller thing, and you're back there trying to prepare it like you would in a restaurant. And a lot of times they'll get somebody back there, and because they hate the police, they'll spit in their food and do things to it, and they're scared to eat there. But me and him was back there talking one day, and I was explaining to him how I felt that their officers, police, have to exist. Now, I always took it like this. When I was doing wrong, and I'd done wrong all the time, I always felt like I know what I'm doing is against the rules. I know that. I know what the rules are. I know how they're going to catch me so that I can try to keep them from catching me. But at the same time, they're just doing their job, so there's no reason to take this personal. It's kind of like a little game, and if you catch me, you won. And I'll just try to figure out another way. And that's all there is to it. So I never took that personal. My little old grandma lived out here by herself for years and years. And if you come and bother my grandma, I'm locked away in prison, can't get your ass. I want her to be able to call police, come get you. If you go bother my little old mama right now, I want her to call police on you. Same for my wife. But if you come bother me, pal, you ain't got to worry about nobody calling the police. You just got to worry about me. But the rules are different for a convict than they are for a person who is a normal citizen. If you're a normal citizen and you don't break the law and you're up at a gas station and someone robs you or you see a robbery, it's your duty to try to help get that person caught. You're a citizen, that's your duty. But if you break the rules yourself, if you go break the law avidly yourself, whether it's buying drugs, driving drunk, if you've lied, if you've stolen, if you've done anything and you know yourself if you have, if you are a character yourself, and you tell, and by God, you're a rat. And I explained all that to him. And so he trusted me that I wouldn't spit in their food. And I never did anything like that. And I always did my best that they got the best looking trays that I could. And one day, I go down there to visit, and I told a story about it in one of my videos about having to shit in a bag. I went to visit, and I got my stuff through there by putting it in the trash can like that, and someone else took it through, and they take me in there, and they locked me up in medical and made me shit in a bag before they would let me go back to the unit. And if I couldn't shit, they gave me a laxative so I could shit and have a camera on me until I did it. And when I did get ready to do it, I had to sit squat like this with my hands up in front of me. And they put a bag in the toilet and I sat on top, and I have two guards in front of me and one right here behind me watching me shit. And they have to see that I don't have nothing in me before they let me go back home. And they didn't do it to just me. They did it to a bunch of us trying to catch this stuff coming in, because they heard that there was methamphetamines coming in, and there was. And that was all in the video. So if you haven't watched all the videos, you catch up with me, man. So they end up taking me. I didn't get caught with nothing. I come back, my weed made it through. It gets around the yard. I was laughing, big mouth. I was young, laughing it off. He tried to catch me, couldn't catch me. I still got it. There's weed all over the yard. This dude, his name is Brandon. He is a special investigator. His only job is to investigate staff and inmates sneaking things into prison, things they do over the phone, all that. That's his job. He's like the FBI of prison, and he is on Ricky Die. He is trying to catch me any way he can. So he pulls me down there and tells me that, he said, look here, I can't catch you bringing it in. He said, I had plain clothes. He said, I had people dressed like visitors sitting in the visiting room acting like they were visiting, but they were really watching you. I was watching you on the camera myself in central control. He said, we dry celled you and made you shit in a bag, so no, you didn't bring it back. We searched your visitor. She didn't have it. See, she had it in her cooch. So when they passed search her, they didn't find it. Took her purse. She didn't have it in her purse. So we've got away with it anyhow. He said, I can't catch you. You're slick. I'll give you that. So what I'm going to do is keep you on level 1, and you just won't be able to visit, and we'll see then. And I said, if you pull that shit, you may as well get me away from here. I'm not going to stay on this yard if you can't visit my family. He said, yeah, you'll stay here because I'm the one that decides if you get shipped. And I don't see no reason to ship you. You've been involved in this stabbing. You've been involved in this and this and this. And he said, I've still got you under control. I know what you're all about. I know what to do to keep you from being a serious threat. And I'm just going to keep you on level 1. And he sends me back to my cell, and some guards come and shake my cell down. And I have this little bitty wire. It's a little copper wire. And where we get it is out of a pair of old headphones. We'll keep the wire when the headphones go bad. We'll keep the wire and we use it to wrap around a plug-in and use it for an antenna. So it makes you get more channels on your little Walkman. So all you do is if you have an old pair of headphones, you strip the wire out, you wrap the wire around the plug-in of your next pair of headphones, plug it in, string that wire up the wall, put it up against the wall, you should get more channels. And they get that and give me a Class B write-up. That's the lowest write-up you can get for contraband, for tearing up equipment. But that's only 15 days in lockups. That ain't good enough for him. So they take me up front and UA me. Get me up there, strip me butt naked, make me pee in a cup in front of them while I'm naked. During this time, you've got 4 hours to pee. If you don't pee by the end of 4 hours, it's called refusal to do UA. But within about 2 hours, they'll keep giving you water, If you can get away with it somewhere, you can keep pissing somewhere until you think you're clean. But he's standing there watching me. Every time I say I'm ready to pee, he makes me strip naked. There's no getting away. So finally, I get pissed off and refuse it. That's the same as getting a dirty UA. Take me straight to lockup. So now I got 15 days for the wire, 30 days for the dirty UA, for refusing UA. Put me in lockup. And I'm down there about 2 weeks. And what's going on at the time is, and they got A unit, then they got B unit, those are regular units. But on BA and BB, see on B unit, you got BA, BB, BC, BD, BE, BF, and BG. Every one of those is on day room. They're regular population. But the last two, BG, BA, and BB, those first two are lockup. BA is full of lockup. BB is full of people in lockup and investigation and people who have caught out. They keep them separately. People say they need protective custody, or cell people need protective custody. People that are on investigation who haven't got a write-up yet, but they think they might be given a write-up or they're investigating or whatever, they're up there with the people who are in lockup. Now, all of a sudden, they want to clear BB out, and they want to put that back to general pop. So they start moving people in BB over to BA. They're letting people out of jail early, kicking people off investigation. People who are on protection, they don't think they really need protection, make them go back to the yard. They're terrified. So they end up putting this kid in the cell with me named Jeff. And I've already been in here 2 weeks. I've got one write-up done. One more write-up, I'm going to get back on the yard, trying to get my visits back. And I'm pissed off and I never go to work in the kitchen again. I'm there taking care of them, feeding them good food, making their trays look good, letting me go to jail with some bullshit. So I ain't never making it. So I start saying that. I start passing that, talking that, telling that to every guard that walks by. Because I fed them all. I ain't never feeding you again, dude. I ain't never going to do that shit again. Because they're telling me, this one guy, I never said nothing to this one guard come by one day and told me how much shittier it was now that I wasn't there. That the next guy wasn't doing a good job, trays were shit, blah, 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 food wasn't no good. And that's when I started saying, I bet I won't do it for him again. So they get Jeff in the cell with me, and he's in the cell with me for like 2 weeks. And Jeff is real calm. He's never abrasive. He doesn't try to act tough. Really, he kind of acts feminine, but I won't say that because we're in men's prison, and he's not overly acting feminine, okay? He's not acting feminine. He just has the demeanor that a lot of gay men have. They're always really calm and not challenging. And we get talking, and I ask him, what is he in jail over there for? And he comes out, and he starts crying, and he tells me that he was living over on A pod, and I had been living on B pod when I was working in the kitchen. I got moved over there, so he tells me that he had just came in. And he's probably 5'10", he probably weighs 190 or 200 pounds, kind of chubby. But he's a young guy, man, like 20 years old, really young. 20, 21, I think he was 22. I think he's 22 years old. He was 22 years old. So he tells me he just came in. He'd never been in prison before. He's pretty much on his own on the streets. He didn't have no family. His mom and dad had died. He had a sister, but she didn't really have nothing to do with him, lived in another state. And he was just here in Oklahoma trying to make it on his own. And he got locked up for some bullshit, a little bit of drugs he had on him. And he went to a minimum and got a dirty UA and ended up here. And he's really scared. And they put him in a cell with this white guy over there. And this white guy's supposed to be a killer. And I know him. We're not real good friends, but I know him and done a bunch of deals with him. I respect him, he respects me. But I don't like him, but I don't dislike him. We're just, you know what I'm saying? I just know this dude. But he's supposed to be a solid white boy. And he tells me, man, this dude, you know, I'm afraid of him. He kept pressuring me for sex. Said, I'm not gay. I don't want to have sex. And that's where he really got my heartstrings, man, because when I went to prison when I was 15, I got on the yard when I was just turned 17. People try to say I was gay. People try to make me gay, even though I wasn't gay. If I wouldn't sell anybody, done deal with them or anything, people try to say I was in there having sex. Every time I heard it, I'd go track down who said it and get in a fight with them. It was a nightmare, man. It was a freaking nightmare having to defend myself and what people thought about me all the time. And finally, I decided Jesus came to save the world, and they talk bad about him. How can I expect them not to talk bad about Ricky Dye? So I quit trying to think about what they say about Ricky Dye all the time. It's why when someone makes a negative comment, these videos are about positivity. Make a negative comment, try to say, oh, I was gay, I was a catch out, I was a piece of shit. I don't have no bones in my closet. I was straight up solid white boy. I went when I was 15. I've always, everything I've ever done, I've never had a problem looking in the mirror. Old man told me, no matter what you're doing here, Ricky Dye, as long as you can look in the mirror, at the end of the day, you're okay. I can do that. Maybe I could have been tougher. Maybe I could have been smarter. Maybe I could have handled the situation better. I'm sure I could have done all those things, but I could have handled it a lot worse. I never ran from anybody. I never told on anyone. Never been anyone's boy. Period. Never asked the police to save me, no matter what. I always stood on my own. Never ran from a fight. Always run to it, no matter what. So, motherfuckers say what they want. Just get your shit removed. So you ain't talking about shit. You want to say it to me right here today. You want to say it to me in prison. So I don't care, man. Miss me with it. So back to my story. So I'm in here, and Jeff, that's when he pulled my heartstrings. He told me this dude's trying to make me gay. So then he tells me this dude made him go borrow stuff from the store man, got him in debt for like $20, telling him he was going to get money and pay it. He was going to pay it, but he needed Jeff to go get it because the black dudes, he don't deal with these black dudes. So, excuse me, I'm allergic to cats. We have a cat. I love it. So now and then I have to spit. So he said he goes and gets the debt for like $20. And then when it comes time to pay, the dude don't give him the money. So now he says he's got these 3 black store men that want to beat him up. And his cellie, he said that night, his cellie thinks he's going to catch out from it because they're really swim hard, so he tries to make him suck his dick. So he said, when he tried to make me suck his dick, I told him no all night. In the morning, I got out. He said, so they brought me down here and put me in PC. He said, but ever since I've been down here, I've been hating myself for it. I don't want to be on PC. I don't want to catch out. I'm going back to the yard even if they kill me. Damn. Man, they ain't gonna fuck with you. Of course, here comes Captain Save-A-Ho, right? Big old Ricky Dye, 5'10.5", 5'11", 170 pounds. I think I'm gonna save him. So by now in prison, though, I've been locked up for years. 12, 14, 15. I can't count exactly. I'd have to sit down and think it out, but I've been locked up a long time, been involved in stabbing. People have a lot of respect for me. What more has saved me? Okay, you're never going to be the toughest dude in prison. I don't think I'm the toughest dude in prison, not even close. There are guys in there who eat my lunch, baby, no doubt about it. Everybody can be whooped, every one of you. And if you can't be whooped one-on-one, then a couple motherfuckers will whoop your ass. Nobody's too tough to get their ass tore up in prison, period. Let that be up front. I don't think I'm the toughest dude in there. I don't think I'm the roughest dude in there. I don't think it makes you tough because you survive going to prison. No matter who you are, if you go to prison, you'll survive it one way or another. You end up dead. Doesn't make you fucking tough. You just went through the shit, man, because you have to. You know what I'm saying? And that doesn't make you tough, man. And I don't think I'm tough. But when I like to think when I see a wrong being done, that I'm man enough, that I have morals and scruples enough to stand up for what I believe in. So in my mind, this kid is being done wrong and they're bullying him and I'm going to take up for him. So I'm sitting up there in lockup. We both got about a month ago, we're thinking. And then all of a sudden, this lieutenant gets word that I've said I won't go back to the kitchen. So because what they did. So he comes up there, heard you ain't going back to work in the kitchen. And he used to always bullshit with me. He's a captain, not a lieutenant. He used to always bullshit with me come through. Said, yeah, man, fuck that, man. I went up there to work. I said, this dude called me in his office and told me he's going to keep me on level 1 so I can't visit my family because I'm doing drugs. I said, but he made me shit in the bag. I did it. You know what I'm saying? He searched my family. They let him. And he still did just whatever he can. So why would I go back? He said, will you go back to work in the kitchen if I get you out of lockup? He said, you still got almost your whole 30 days to go on this. He said, I can't do nothing about the 15 for that wire. You had that in your cell. You're going to have to be careful and not let him find nothing. Don't have nothing in there for him. He said, but as far as that 30 days for that dirty UA, I'll get you out of that and put you back in the kitchen if you'll come back to work. I said, when? He said, you'll be back at work tomorrow. I said, hell yeah. So he goes up front. Man, it ain't an hour. They come tell me, pack my shit, I'm getting out. So as soon as that happens, I start telling him, hey, man, y'all just took this dude off PC. You're going to put him back on the yard. You want him to make it, right? Yeah, we want him to make it. Put him in a cell with me, man. Get me a cell. If you get me, he said, the only way we can do this is an open cell in a program over here. We put you in this drug program. If you do it, you're going to have to get UA'd every 30 days. As long as you pass me, you get 90 days for it. Good time. I said, I'll get Brandon off me. I'll get in the drug program. I'll just not smoke no weed. I'll do right. I'll straighten out and put Jeff in my cell. And I'll look out for him, keep people off of him, and be on B unit, not over there where he was at, where he had all the trouble. I'll go pay his debt. So I said, yeah, just put me in a drug program. I go over to the 3-store men. I pay that money that he owes him. And I go up to old boy and I ask him, was it true? And he's laughing. He said, dude, that is not what happened, man. That dude is gay. That dude's gay. He's running around here turning tricks. I'm like, man, I don't believe that shit. I said, man, that dude's running around here turning tricks. That's why I got on him. Can't be living in my cell doing that shit. So I go back to jail. I go back over there after once Jeff's out. He's in my cell. I went around, paid all his debts. I sent word to him he can come out. He's coming in my cell when his DU's time's up. I have nothing to worry about. Just make sure he comes back to the yard. Don't ever catch out again. I made him swear to God he didn't tell on anybody. I asked him, did you tell on him? No, I didn't tell anybody. No, I didn't tell anybody. So I went to the white boy. I said, did he tell on you? Number one, did he tell on you? If he were told on him, I wouldn't help him anyway. So he didn't tell on me. I didn't get in no trouble. He wouldn't say who it was. Said he just left. Said, but I wasn't going to pay that shit. Fuck him. You know, he was a punk. He was running around returning tricks. Fuck him, he's a punk. So he did get him in debt like that on purpose because he said he was running around having sex with people for canteen and living with him. He said he was running around he said that Jeff was going cell to cell having sex with black guys for $1 or $2 in canteen and acting like he wasn't doing it, then coming and living with Danny acting like he didn't do that stuff. So Danny said, can't live in the cell with me. So yeah, I used him up. I was going to get him beat up and run off. So I'm thinking, well, man, that's messed up if that's true, you know. But so as soon as Jeff gets out, I've been working the kids. As soon as Jeff gets out, I ask him about it. He tells me, no, man, no, that ain't true. So I'm thinking, I'm going to keep an eye on him, man. I'm thinking maybe that dude did use him and he's just saying that shit. But one day I'm playing poker and, but I'm telling everybody, he ain't gay, man. He ain't gay, he ain't gay. And everybody's kind of laughing at me, you know what I mean? Everybody likes me. So they're not challenging us because I'm tough. They're not challenging us because everyone likes me and because I'm the weed man. Everybody gets deals from me and probably I like, you know, I play poker, I play basketball, I do weed deals. Everyone likes me. I'm very well liked because I give everybody good deals. And I'm always having weed, everyone's favorite. So they're leaving the kid alone for me. The next thing I know, I'm at the poker game and my partner's come to tell me, man, your celly's up over there in the cell with a curtain up with that gay dude having sex with him. And I said, no way, no way. And I'm running the poker game, so I can't just quit. He says, I'm going to go watch him come out. I'll be back. He kind of said, man, he just came out of there with a soup and a candy bar and a pop. And I'm like, no way, dude, no way. He said, I'm going to jam him up at count time. So 4 o'clock count time, I jam him up. And he denies the whole thing. So when they let us out at 5 o'clock, I go over there, get the dude that he was in his cell, and his name, I won't say his name, but he was a friend of mine. I've known him for a long time. Even whatever he does, I don't care if you're gay, black, white, or whatever. It was a black dude. He liked young white guys. He was doing life sentence. He was never getting out, and that was his thing. And I asked him, did you just have sex with my cell? Like, oh, I can't say, I can't tell you that shit, man. I said, hey, man, look here, man. I've been knowing you a long time. I done went over here and stood up to these white guys. I done went and put word out. No one could mess with this dude. I'm feeding this dude. He's cleaning the cell, making the beds. I'm protecting this motherfucker. Chance of getting in trouble myself. Me and your friends don't put mine and your friendship, you know, below a punk, dude. If he's doing it, tell me. And he said, dude, I gave him a pop and a Snickers and a pint of soup. Dude, that ain't even $2. And I was like, dude, you got to come with me, man. He's got to go. He can't stay with me. So I walk dude over there and I get right in Jeff's face and I say, this is your last chance, dude. I'm going to ask you one time. Are you turning tricks for canteen? Are you gay, dude? Just tell me if you're gay. And he looks at the dude he did it with and then looks back at me thinking the dude ain't going to tell on him and said, I didn't do it. I don't do that, man. I'm not gay. And I looked back at him and I said, did he do it? And he said, yeah, he did it, Rick. When he did, I didn't even plan it, man. I just hauled off and slapped the shit out of Jeff, man, hard as I could, right with this part of my hand. I caught him and knocked him plumb off his fucking feet, man. He got back up, started covering up. I wasn't trying to hit him or nothing. But I told him, dude, you put my ass on the line. I've went around and put my name on the line. I paid your bills. I'm over there about ready to fight with this white guy if he tries to mess with you. You've been on PC and I'm trying to help you. You put me out there like that and then that's not even $2. If you want to do it, why don't you just do it? No one cares what you do. But you're doing it and pretending like you're not doing it and causing shit. You got to get up out of my cell right now. And since you're doing that shit for money, you said, where's the pop in the can? I already ate it. So from now on, I said, you got 1 month to pay me back the $20 I paid out for you. I don't care how you get it. But you're getting up out of my cell. And you better not use my name. So he goes and gets moved and shit. He ends up with that black dude that told on him with me. Moves in with him. that dude come and paid me the $20 canteen back, and they end up being together. And one day I'm talking to Jeff, and I'm asking him why was he lying. And he said he just came to prison. He said before he came to prison, he was turning tricks on the street. That he was going to this gay club, and he would turn tricks with men. And he had got paid in drugs from one of them and got caught with it, and that's why he came to prison. That he enjoyed it. He said it excited him to have sex with strange people, and that he was gay. He's bisexual. He likes all people to have sex with. And I said, well, why didn't you just say that? He said, because it's prison, things are racial. I like black men, and I'm white, and I was afraid if I said that, I would get beat up real bad. And I said, well, in a lot of prisons, you probably would. You should. I said, but on this yard, evidently no one cares because you're living with him now. He's protecting you. So why did you need to put me in that wreck? Man, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. So Jeff wasn't a very particularly good cell partner either. That was 2 bad cellies in a row. So that story ends right there today. But I ask you to stick with me a few minutes and let me talk to you about a few things. First of all, shout out to Brandon. He sent me this. Check this out, man. So that's supposed to be me. He says the reason I'm in the Superman, all the people behind me that are cheering, people that were saved from my videos, and that's why I got the Superman suit. I never heard anything cooler than that in my life. I do not think I'm Superman. That's why I wore my Superman gear today. Shout out to Brandon for the little gift. Thank you, brother. I've got some gifts on the way. If you've given me your address, if you're a writer in a diary and you haven't, you need to contact me through my messenger at rickydye1973@gmail.com and give me your address really quick if you're a writer or diary. And if you haven't, contact me through Facebook Messenger and give it to me. If you already have, you'll have your gift within the next couple weeks. I want to tell you the reason I hadn't posted a video sooner. The videos have been doing really well. I want to thank all the new subscribers, each and every one of you. I want to give a shout out to Jason for the super thanks on the last video, and a shout out to the riders and dyers as always. Shout out to the riders and dyers, the riders who ride till the wheels fall off, baby, and the dyers who keep riding even when they do. Thank you guys. I love you guys the most, but thank all of you guys. The videos have just been going off. I would have already put a video up, but hey, man, I can tell which videos are going to do the best because they put me in the hospital. I did those videos about Bill Sunday night. I had night terrors all night. Monday, I woke up throwing up. I was in the ER Monday, all day Monday and Monday night. I made it through Tuesday. I got a little Pedialyte and some apple juice down Tuesday. I threw up again. I ended up throwing blood up. Took me to a little country hospital, and I was next in line. I was throwing up blood. My blood pressure was 166 over 106, having panic attack after panic attack, and couldn't believe I'm having panic attacks after all the shit I've been through, man. I can't believe I have them. I don't understand it. It's happened 75 times probably. I just can't figure it out. But they had me next in line to go back after triage, and 4 ambulances come in a row, and it was a small country hospital, and they just weren't equipped for it. And they're not supposed to tell you how much time it'll be because they don't want you to leave. But this nurse felt bad. I was throwing up blood and coming from I was dry heaving. I had nothing in me, and it tore the inside of my throat, and it was the blood would drain into my stomach, and I'd throw it back up. I'm not saying any of this to make anyone feel sorry for me. It's all cool. I'm going to be all right. They're going to figure this shit out. But I ended up back in the ER again yesterday, so 3 times in 4 days. I tell you that because I told you that my videos would be honest, and they always are. And it's one of the things that comes from being in prison for 20 years. The nerves. I tell a video that really takes me back there. I get caught back there. I dream about it. And next thing you know, there it is. Yesterday was payday, and I had to pay all my bills, and I hadn't brought it up, but I was supposed to have that surgery today. I wasn't going to bring it up until it was for sure going to happen. I got so sick and I had fever, it ended up getting put off to the 16th, so I will be getting a surgery for long. I've been just trying to put up a video every 3 days, but that's a little bit too rough on me. It's too intense. It makes it so that all I do is think about prison. I try to answer every comment, and I do answer every comment. If I don't answer your comment, I simply have not seen it. So between the time it takes to make the video and then go back and answer the comments, I spend a lot of time thinking about prison. And doing that keeps my mind in a bad place. So I may have to take the videos back to about once a week just for my mental health. I hope that you understand. I hate to do that because of the way the channel's been running and doing really well every 3 days, but I'm just not sure I can handle it yet that often. There's a few more things I wanted to say, and I just cannot remember them. That's how it goes every time. I don't have a script. I just sit down here and chat with you. So I want to thank you all. There's some things I've forgotten. Be sure to get to it in the next one. May God bless and keep and protect each one of you and yours until the next video. Till then, peace out.